everybody. Welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I'm reading on. But before we get started, you already know I ask you to do it every single day. And what is that? Go in the settings. Why? Because we are building a community. We are building a tribe. And let me tell you, in my opinion, it is the best community on these internet streets. And if you want to be a part of it, jump in those settings down here. Like I asked you to, get down in there, find that subscribe button and go ahead on and subscribe. And while you're in there, hit your notification bell too so you know when I upload or when I just want to pop in. And give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis, the beast, the algorithm. Drags me up and down the street. I don't even fight it no more. Also, I just want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to all the people who support the channel by watching the commercials. Y'all are so important. Y'all are really, really important. Y'all help the channel. That support means everything. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, right about here, that's the join button. That's for channel memberships. And if you choose to become a channel member and a part of the reading club, you will be supporting my little channel to grow, to improve, and to continue. And I will be so grateful, so thankful, so over the moon appreciative for that support. If you just want to do a one-time donation, our super thanks button is right over there. And all donations to the channel is always greatly appreciated. Let me tell you. All right, y'all. I do have a shout out. I want to shout out Beverly Jackson, 6875. Beverly, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for coming through. You are a ride or die. You are. You are such a great support of this channel. And I am so grateful to have you. So I am just so thrilled that you are a part of this community. So thank you, thank you, thank you for the super thanks. All right, y'all. With all that said, let's get to the read. Y'all know I always have a lot. Y'all know I have been in these streets most of the day trying to see what the squatties are talking about. Having my ear just all in everybody's business. I have been on every social media platform. Let me tell you, I was over to Blue Sky. I was over to TikTok. I stayed over TikTok too long, y'all. I did, but I'm telling you, those squatties over on TikTok are doing God's work. Let me tell you, some of them are so good. And a lot of them not even squatties. They are people who just see what's going on and absolutely want to put their voice out there and just push back on the nonsense. And it is so refreshing, let me tell you. So I was over there and then I went to Instagram. Y'all know I go to Instagram. I'm always stalking Meghan over there. You have to stalk her because you don't know when she'll put anything up. She'll put it up. And I guess I'm paranoid because I missed that one. I missed it. And I am always stalking her to make sure I never miss another one. I'm telling you. And the Instagram squatties are all over the place. They are dragging the trolls. They're talking about Megan's property. I'm telling you, Megan has some beautiful property. They are living in paradise over there. Why would you go on vacation when you have a home and property like that? I'm telling you. And the trolls are just screaming. You can hear them screeching about it. I'm telling you, especially Megan with her Northwestern sweater on. They are screeching, y'all, and I love it. And y'all know then after leaving Instagram, I went straight to the sewer. Y'all know I cannot go a day without trekking down there. And so I went to X, formerly known as Twitter, to see what the squatties were talking about over there. And they are dragging the trolls. They're dragging Jason Knauf with his nerve to show up on Australian television, talking his nonsense and absolutely just pumping up his boyfriend. talking about how his boyfriend had such a hard time when his wife found out that she had cancer and he had to call him on the phone. Y'all, that's my belief, allegedly. I have to put that in there because y'all know they be listening to everything we say. And so, of course, I am just saying that's my belief. That's it. But y'all tell me what y'all's belief is. Y'all just get prepared. I am in a messy, petty mood today, y'all. I just feel that way. I get so tired of all these old screeching, ugly old hags. Megan can't do anything. She can't even wear her alumni sweater. Do they not know she graduated from Northwestern? I mean, it's ridiculous. All right, y'all, let's get to the read. Y'all know we have a lot. We have a lot. Y'all know I'm ducking around in these streets and I've found so much for us to talk about. And we're going to start with this. I actually had this in my last podcast. I did. And I'm telling you, ever since the squatties posted these pictures like this with Diana and Megan wearing their Northwestern gear, whoo, the ugly old hags, the toadies, the derangers, I'm telling you, the fever-minded trolls have just about lost their minds. They cannot handle it. They're even talking about Megan is copying Diana. When the last time I looked, Megan was an alumni of Northwestern, but they pretend like they don't know that. We all know they can feign ignorance at a heartbeat, and sometimes I don't think they're feigning it. I think they actually are. But on this particular case, I think they're feigning ignorance because everybody knows that Megan graduated with two absolute, what is it? It's two majors. Yes, she is a double major of Northwestern. And they want to pretend like, oh, she's just copying Diana. To me, it's confirmation that Diana wore a Northwestern sweatshirt before she knew that her baby boy was going to marry a Northwestern grad. It's just confirmation that Harry and Meghan was meant to be. And I think that's what they know. And they are agreeing with me. And that is what's stirring up the demons in their soul. But I digress. I love it. It says Northwestern princesses. Where is the lie? Where is the lie? I'm telling you, because Megan is a princess, and we all know Diana is the only Princess of Wales that anybody cares anything about. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm gonna put this up, and this particular post made me giggle. It did because it is so true. I think I even cackled, y'all. I think I threw my head back and cackled because it is so true. Because when those trolls, when those derangers, when those ugly old hags got a load of Megan in her Northwestern sweatshirt, and Squatty start posting Megan alongside Diana in her Northwestern sweatshirt, they lost their favorite mind. And y'all know when they lose their mind like that, what does the Squatties do? We rub their nose in it. We just post and post and post. My timeline was just filled up with Megan and Diana pictures with both with the Northwestern sweatshirt on. It was just filled up. We rubbed their nose in it like they're little puppies that have soiled the carpeting. We rubbed their nose in it and they cannot stand it. And this particular squatty said this: Megan being back on Instagram is going to drive the derangers mad. All I can say to that, all she has to do is drive them because they already mad. They already crazy. My grandmama used to say that all the time. It's no use of driving. You can't drive a certain person crazy. All you have to do is just drive them because they're already crazy. And that's the way they are. They're already mad. They're already crazy. But I just love that for them. And this squatter goes on to say, child, they are spitting nails about her wearing her school sweatshirt. And I emphasize her school sweatshirt. Just so happened Diana had an association with Northwestern, and she came and visited the campus, and they absolutely loved her. I put all of that in my last podcast. And to me, it's just nothing but confirmation, meaning that who would have thought that Diana came and visit a campus that her future daughter-in-law would graduate from? To me, it just says Harry made the right decision. It's confirmation. And I think those ugly old hags, the Rangers, and trolls absolutely believe that too. That it's providence that Harry and Meghan found each other. I'm just saying. All right, I'm going to put this one up. And it says, all anyone had to do is to Google Northwestern University's website and see Megan's face as an alum. Yes, but they want to pretend like Megan is copying Diana and she didn't have any reason to be wearing that Northwestern sweatshirt. That's what the crazy old hags want out here saying, especially little too big too. Yes, but we all know if they put on any kind of college gear, it's because they're just having it on. Because we know, I don't think it's a degree between any of them who get on here and hate on Megan. Not saying that you need a degree to have common sense, but those folks, we all know, they definitely don't have any common sense. It's just ridiculous. And this goes on to say, what is wrong with these fools? We call them like we see them. They are fools. They're stupid. It's just that easy. You get on the Google machine and it'll tell you that Meghan Markle is an alumni of Northwestern University. It's just that simple. No, she's not copying Princess Diana. She's wearing her university sweatshirt. Anyone can, and that's why Diana has it on. Where is the lie? Diana never went to Southwestern University. You don't have to go to Southwestern University to wear a sweatshirt, but just so happened Megan did. And she graduated as a double major there. And if anybody has the right to wear it, she does. And all I can say is cry harder, hold your stomach, just cry, cry. The salty tears are so delicious. Keep it up. I'm just saying. I'm going to put this up. And here is Megan on her graduation day with her mother, Doria. It says Megan and her mom, Northwestern University, graduation 2003. There she is. And you trying to say she doesn't have a right to wear her own alumni's sweatshirt? These people are crazy. Like I said, it is going to come a time where this is going to be studied because it is clearly a mental illness that we are dealing with here on these internet streets. We are. These spirit minded old derangers, they absolutely just lose their ever loving mind when Megan absolutely is showing how well she's living and how she is connected with Diana. Any connection that she has with Diana, they lose their mind. And at the end of the day, she didn't connect the dots, the squatties did. And we did it with pleasure. Let me tell you, we did. because we know it drives them crazy. And I'm telling you, my timeline is filled up with just article after article after article. Marie Claire, Harper Bazaar, you name it, they have written an article about that sweatshirt and the commonality it has with the one that Diana wore. Yes, and that's why they mad. That's why they mad. I'm gonna put this up, and it says, no, because how crazy is it that Princess Diana was seen wearing a sweater from the same university her daughter in law went to years before she even met her son? I don't even think Meghan was born. Maybe she was born. I don't know. It says, like mother in law, like daughter in law. And that right there is the rub, because we all know they have done everything they could do to put that round peg in that square hole, meaning that trying to make Kate to be the next Diana, which is laughable to say the least, because if anybody is least like Diana, it's Kate. But they want to make her into that. And anytime Meghan is associated with Diana, they lose their minds, because in the back of those fevered minds is the truth. And that is, Meghan is way more like Diana than Kate is. And it's there for everybody to see. But they just cannot get their head around the fact that that is the way it is. Meghan is more like Diana. Harry chose someone more like his mother than his brother. His brother chose someone more like the horse. And that's just fact. They are so much alike. That's probably the reason why they don't like each other, because are they are different sides of the same coin. The horse and kitty cat is. They both slept their way to their positions, and neither one of them is qualified to be there. It is so clear. Neither one of them can say a decent speech. Everybody kind of talk about how Kate can't talk and how her diction is so poor. Have you ever got a load of the horse making a speech? You can't understand anything she's saying. And it's so ramble, and she always has a bunch of papers in her hand reading off of them. She is not an intelligent woman, not at all. She is nothing like Diana. Diana was a young girl thrown into a situation that she was ill prepared for. And a lot of the stuff that was going on behind the scenes, she was unaware about it. But she went about making something of herself. She went about following her heart. She went about improving herself. She took diction. She enlisted help to help her to speak better. She had a desire to learn about the world. But these two people, like I said, just different sides of the same coin, they don't want any of that. All they don't want to improve themselves. They just think you should accept them for the mediocres that they are and bow down to them. Kitty cat and the horse, I'm telling you. But we all know they want to make her into Diana. But no, she is strictly a Camilla kind of girl. Charles and William chose the same type of woman. Harry chose to choose somebody different. He had a list. I don't think them folks had a list. I don't think Charles and William had a list. No, because if they did, it only had one or two things on it. I'm just saying. And I'm gonna put this up. I'm telling you, this is so funny and so true. And I had to include it because it's right on point. Because it says every time they calm down, Meghan hits them with another stunning post. of her living her best life. And I just loved it, man. I cannot. It is so true. It is so true. Meghan is always coming with the 1-2 for these trolls. And now that she has her Instagram page, everything she do is being watched, and anything that she does, she breaks the internet, and it kills them. And I just love that for them. I do. I do. Keep it up, Meghan. Keep their head under your feet. Keep the pressure on. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. I'm going to put this one up, and it's true too. It's absolutely true. It says Meghan is talked about on that island more than her late grandmother in law. Where is the lie in that? Because it's as if the queen never existed. The queen sat on the throne for 70 years. 70 years she sit on the throne. She had a diamond jubilee. She had, wait a minute, she had a golden jubilee. She had a diamond jubilee. She had a ruby, I don't know, all them jubilees. Whatever she had all of them for 70 years. And she is rarely even mentioned. And they call Meghan's name every day. Every day it's a panel talking about Meghan. Every day is some articles being written about Meghan. She has them in a chokehold like no other chokehold, let me tell you. We all know that Charles right now could fall dead in the streets. And the first article and the first thing that would be said is Harry and Meghan coming to the funeral. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I am lying. That is what would be said. This is what would be breaking into the news. They would say the king is dead. Is his son coming from America to the funeral? Will he be bringing his wife? Will he be bringing his children? It would be the whole talk. Because at the end of the day, ever since Meghan has stepped foot on that salty island over there, she has had those folks in a chokehold and has not let up on the pressure. I cannot, I'm telling you, I cannot, the way these people behave. She is the queen of UK. I mean, she is the reigning queen, because anything and everything that Meghan does makes news. And Charles, William, and Kate is over there doing cartwheels and flips, and nobody pays them any attention in their own country. They're too busy looking 5,000 miles away to see what Meghan's up to. Tell me she is not the queen. I'm just saying. Meghan is just keeping, and every time it dies down, Meghan comes and posts something else and tightens that chokehold that she has on them. Because all of them was writing all kinds of stories about Meghan's sweatshirt today. The Mail, all of them had it over there, including all of the publications here in America. Meghan makes the news. Meghan brings the eyeballs, and they cannot stand it. I tell you what, Jason Knauf was over there on Australian television and had to use Harry's name as a cliffhanger to try to drum up any interest in anything that he might say about the future king. William is the future king, and he cannot stand on his own without using his brother's name, who is fifth in line to the throne. How embarrassing is that? That you cannot even stand on your own to absolutely serve up your propaganda to those people over there, to Australia. You're citizens, you're subjects, but yet and still they're not even interested enough unless you use your baby brother's name. How sad, how pathetic. I'm just saying, I'm going to put this up, and it says Charles was filling pints of beers today. Nobody cared. This squatter said crickets. I disagree. I don't even think the crickets showed up. The crickets would not even show up. Charles didn't even get crickets. Who knew he was out serving beer today? He had an engagement. Who knew? Nobody cared. And it says Meghan wears a sweatshirt of her university. Explosion. That's why they hate her. Because, like I said, if Charles had a drop dead right there serving that beer, the first question that media over there would be is Harry coming? Is Harry coming? Is Meghan coming? Is the children going to come? It would start just like that, because how do I know that? Because that is what they did with the queen. The queen sit on her throne 70 years and she was dead in a box, and all they could talk about is if Harry and Meghan was going to stay, how long they were going to stay, when they were going to stay, if they were going to hold hands, was Harry going to wear an emblem on his lapel of his military outfit, if he was gonna wear the military outfit or not. It was just spinning out of control to the point where Harry had to put out a statement and tell them to shut up, that it wasn't about him, it was about his grandmother. That is how obsessed and fevered minded they are over there. It is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And that is the reason why they hate them so much. Because at the end of the day, Harry and Meghan is the face of the monarchy, and they hate them for it. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And this is another thing that they losing their mind about. And that is little Archie has an American accent. And so does Lilibet. And they cannot handle that. Well, my point is this: take that up with William and take that up with Charles, because it's their fault. It's not Harry's fault. Harry made it perfectly clear that his plan was to serve the queen and then in return serve his father, the king. He never planned on leaving. He planned on raising a family and being right beside William's side when he became king. He was going to be the wingman that they talked about all the time. But at the end of the day, William and Charles decided to show Harry and Meghan the highway, and they took it. So if you have a problem with Archie having an American accent, take it up with them. Take it up with them, because William was the one who bullied Harry out of the family. He the one did that. I'm just saying. But we here in America, we love it. We love that Archie and Lilibet has an American accent, because at the end of the day, they're welcome here. This is their home. They're Americans. I'm just saying. So I found this in Harper Bazaar, and it says Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet American accents are an overload of cuteness. Where is the lie? And that drives the royalists crazy. They cannot stand that these two this prince and princess of the realm speaks with an American accent, but they never direct their hate at the people who is at fault. They want to try to direct that hate at Harry and Meghan, when Harry and Meghan is just trying to have peace. I'm just saying. And this article, like I said, is from Harper Bazaar, and it says Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet American accents are pretty dang cute. Where is the lie? I'm just saying, I love it. And it says one of the Sussex kids could be overheard in Duchess Meghan's new Instagram post. Well, if you are a squatty, you already know that Prince Archie and Princess Lilibeth, especially Prince Archie, has an American accent because we have heard it before. Y'all remember when Harry and Meghan was planning on doing a podcast together? And it was like a New Year's little kind of review. And they had Archie to say Happy New Year's. Y'all remember that? We knew right then that Archie had an American accent. And we celebrated then. But now they acting all brand new like they didn't know. All I can say is if you didn't know, now you do. Like I said, if you have a problem with it, take it up with William and Charles because these are the choices that they made. Harry and Meghan was just responding to their choices. I'm just saying. I love it. I love it. But it goes on to say Prince Archie and Princess Lilibeth may be descended from British royalty, but make no mistake, they are also all American kids through and through. Y'all don't make me cackle. All right, it says that much is evident by their American accent, as could be overheard in Duchess Meghan's latest Instagram story, sharing a series of vignettes from her low key weekend at home in Montecito that absolutely drove the trolls crazy. Mm. They cannot stand to see Meghan live so well and be so loved. They cannot. They cannot handle it. And those kids being called prince and princesses, oh my goodness, they cannot stand that either. I love it for them because I enjoy the Rangers' tears. I'm telling you, it's delicious. It is delicious, I'm telling you. But it goes on to say Megan shared a sweet video of herself spending time with one of her kids in the garden. The clip showed Megan spraying water on a patch of shrubbery and flowers in her backyard before asking either Archie 5 or Lilibeth 3 if they wanted to help her water the plants. Only if you want me to, the little one replied. I believe that was Archie. Archie is such a sweet boy. He is such a sweet boy. I remember Ellen saying how sweet Archie is. And we saw in where was it? What was it in? It was in that Insta story that Megan shared about Guy when Guy passed, and it was talking about uh Archie and Guy, and they were all in the car, and he was telling Megan that Guy was gonna fall, and she said, "Baby, I have him. I have him. He's not gonna fall. He's a sweet little boy." Very, very sweet little boy. And I am so glad. I am so happy that I could shout that that firm hadn't got their hands on him. Can you imagine what they would do to him? Mm, so glad they're not over there. So glad they are in Montecito. I'm just saying. But it goes on to say Megan then passed the garden hose to her child, who took the nozzle and expertly sprayed water out of their index finger. Now they explained all of that, didn't they? Yes, but I love it. I love it. And like I said, if you hadn't went to see her Insta story, it might be gone by now because we all know Insta stories only last 24 hours. So I don't know if it's going to be there or not, but boy, it is so cute. It's so cute. And Megan is living good. She absolutely put the trolls. I mean, she absolutely tightened that grip of that chokehold, man. I know they gagging over there. And they are acting like they're gagging because she has them tight, tight, tight. I love it. I love it. And I want to put this up because this was at the end of this story about the kids having the American accents. And the name of it is the latest from your favorite royals. And look, it's all Meghan. They got one picture of William and Kate, and they look like they are just about plotting to steal your children. I mean, very, very weird looking picture. I don't even know when it was taken. But look at all of it is Meghan. All of it is Meghan. And you go and research royal news, and it's all Meghan and Harry. Just sprinkles of William or Kate or Charles. And even the horse, they don't even report on her anymore. She is totally gone off the radar. But I tell you one thing, it's no big, push to find out where she's at. I don't see a video saying where is Camilla because nobody cares. But I digress. I just found that so interesting that your favorite role is Meghan. Is that what Harper Bazaar is trying to tell us? They ain't got to tell me, because all you got to do is go on these internet streets, and Meghan is that girl, let me tell you. All right, y'all, we're going to change gears a little bit, and we're going to talk a little about that Jason Knauf interview. And this particular squatty posted this about it and said he wasn't willing to call Meghan a bully on record. Just like his boss, he hides behind autonomy that lets the rotor do the dirty work. Where is the lie? Where is the lie? They hide behind the rotor. They hide behind the mail, the Daily Fail. They hide behind them. Let them do the dirty work. And we all know they're feeding it to them. But Jason Knauf understands what the deal is. Because one thing about Harry is Harry got good lawyers. And these people, like Jason Knauf, know his pockets cannot match Harry's. Harry is sitting on ready, trying to find anything to go for this particular man's neck, because we all know that this is the man who lied on his wife, who absolutely conspired with William to make up all these lies about Meghan being some kind of bully. I bet you he didn't let them words fall from his mouth, because he know that one thing Harry don't play about, and that is his wife and children. He do not play about his family. And he will call all manners of lawyers to eat him alive. So he sit up there like he didn't understand what was going on. But we all know, and it is well documented, that it was him. It was him who filed a complaint about bullying in another person's name. And when that particular person found out he had did it, asked him to rescind it, and he refused. He refused. This is the kind of person he is. He's the one that went to court with all this nonsense talking about emails, and Meghan was so nice on all those emails, and then also went to court about some kind of and went there and testified against Meghan when he wasn't even asked, trying to make her lose the case for the Daily Mail. And it was said that he never would have done that without William. That was something that they hatched up. But I tell you what, they won't say it with their full chest. They get other people to do it, because they know Harry do not play. He don't play. When it comes to legal stuff, he don't play. Now, when William skipped his little happy ass over there to not caught and jumped on Harry after he had made up all this nonsense, trying to make Harry, trying to convince Harry that Meghan was this bad person, and Harry was not having any of it. And he grabbed Harry and tore his necklace and pushed him over the dog bowl. Harry had the composure to not absolutely get up and wreck him. He did. I don't know too many people. Harry and Meghan are special people. because they have been put through stuff I don't think anybody else would have been able to deal with it the way they did. Because I know some folks, after somebody like William, their brother, pushed them over the dog bowl, they would have got up and shined that head of William. When he left, he would have had a nice waxy glow on the top of that bald head, because them fists would have shined it up for him. But Harry kept his composure and called his therapist. That is something unbelievable. That's unbelievable. But I understand. I understand. Kinda. I do. Kinda. I do. All right, y'all. I'm gonna put this one up. And it says, as expected, the 60-minute piece on William was complete trife. Who expected anything any different? That's what the squatties are reporting. That it was just a full-on fluff piece. And it goes on to say, and it was at times hard to tell if it was hyping up Willie or Knauf. Well, we all know that they are buddy-buddy. I'm just saying, he was hyping Willie up, but he was hyping himself up too. We all know they just like this. Or is it like this? Or is it like that? We all know it some way. But yes, we all know it's some way. I would say it's like this. But yes, that's all he did. He is his hype boy. He is his cheerleader. He is all of that. And consider himself as a friend of theirs. I'm just saying. Diana spoke of the third person in her marriage. I'm wondering, is he the third person in William and Kate's marriage? Just a question. Just a question. And it goes on to say, they actually tried to sell Willie as charismatic and used as proof of a statesman him jumping up and down like an excited puppy dog to meet Trump. All I can say to that is the Queen would have never. She would have never. And let's think back when Trump came to visit, had a state visit with the Queen. It was somebody jumping up and it being excited like a puppy dog, but it wasn't the Queen. It was him. He was thrilled to be in her presence. That is the difference. That is earned respect. These folks, these left behinds, they have none of that. And he was wagging his tail like he was a puppy that just saw his owner. He was so happy. He's so anxious to try to be a statesman that he absolutely looks ridiculous most of the time when he is in the presence of leaders. And my whole thing is, when you're in the presence of Trump and you look smaller than he does, wow, that's all I can say to that. And it was embarrassing. I don't even think Charles would have behaved in that manner. I'm just saying. And we all remember what Trump said about his mother. What a disgrace he is. He is. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. I'm going to put this one up. And it says, making William and Kate happen in Australia, the 60 Minutes propaganda didn't yield the results. And so evidently this squatty went and posted some of the responses under the I guess under the TV show. Maybe it was online somewhere or on their website, but they posted this, and some of them said, very rich slumlord prince. That's some of the responses. And some said, hogwash, come on, 70 minutes. Some about 70 minutes of hogwash. And we all know that that 60 minutes over there in Australia is nothing like the 60 minutes here in America. That nonsense that happened over there on Sunday would have never happened here in America. Anderson Cooper would have asked him the tough questions, and he would have did his due diligence, and he would have asked him, why did you refuse to rescind that particular complaint about your sister-in-law? Why did you go and do it? Why did the person that you signed their name to, which is forgery, I believe, when you sign somebody's name to something that they have no idea what that has happened, and then when you are asked to rescind it, you refuse. That right there is something. That's why he kept his mouth shut, because he knew that Harry would have torn him a new one. It is said that he said he wished Harry and Meghan well in this particular interview. But we all know that's a lie, because they have yet to leave Harry and Meghan's name out of their mouths since they left almost a half a decade ago. And they even used Harry's name in the promo of this particular show. And that is the rub for me. I would care less about what they did or what had happened in these people's lives if they would just leave Harry and Meghan out of it. I could care less. They could do all the propaganda pieces that they want to. They could absolutely do all the shampoo and Cialis commercials that they want to. They can just lie and hype up and walk around with their stolen jewels all they want to, and they would not get anything from me. I would pay them with dust. Not on this particular podcast, but they cannot keep Harry and Meghan's name out of their mouths. That's one thing they cannot do. Harry and Meghan hadn't spoken on those folks in almost 3 years. They have painted them completely invisible. But everything Harry and Meghan does, here they come trying to destroy it. Butting in, making themselves a part of it. And that is why we do what we do. And that is stay on their necks over there. Call them out for the frauds and the mediocre people that they are. Leave Harry and Meghan alone. I say this all the time, just in case they might run into one of these podcasts. I am a dyed in the wool squatty. I am an old school squatty. And I'm going to say this. If you would leave Harry and Meghan alone, you would not hear anything from the Sassy Squad. Because at the end of the day, we're more interested in what Harry and Meghan is doing. We want to see the Invictus games. We want to see the polo. We want to buy the pots and pans. We want to see what kind of cake Meghan is making. We don't want to have to be on our podcast talking about those folks over there across the pond. They are totally and completely irrelevant to us. But as long as you keep Harry and Meghan's name in your mouth, we're going to drag them. We're going to drag them. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And it says, if you think Jason Knauf running off at the mouth, I put running off at the mouth in there. It says, running his mouth just days before Meghan's show airs, or William and Kate scheduling an event on the same day will somehow overshadow her. Let me hold your hand. You know, it's like this little saying said, let me hold your hand with a napkin in between when someone is trying to tell you what you need to hear. And evidently, this squatty is telling everyone, especially the ones who absolutely still so fevered minded that they think that anybody over across the pond can overshadow Meghan. It's ridiculous. But I digress. It says, when Queen Elizabeth II passed, the biggest conversation was about Harry and Meghan coming to the United Kingdom, where it's a lie. The Queen, who had sit on the throne for 70 years, was dead, laying in a box. And all they could talk about was Harry and Meghan holding hands. Harry and Meghan, what Harry and Meghan was doing. We know this to be the truth. Now, they still attempt to try to overshadow Harry and Meghan, but we all know that it is a fruitless pursuit, because at the end of the day, all Meghan has to do is go on Instagram and everything explodes. She just did it just a couple of days ago. And she just wore a shirt. She went out in her backyard, enjoying her day, posted it, and all manners of articles just spun off of that. And these people over here that's doing cartwheels and standing on their heads on the daily, trying to get attention, is somehow going to overshadow that? I don't think so. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And I don't remember this particular article, but this squatty posted this article. Now, if it's anybody knows that if this is a real article, please put it in the comments, because I don't remember it. But if true, this is just diabolical, to say the least. I'm going to put it up, and this is what this squatty said. Hashtag Rebecca Big Back English at the Daily Fair UK knew the truth of how William and Kate, with their workers, bullied Harry and Meghan out of the UK and still blame Harry and Meghan for the perfect working roles, and continued lying to misinform the public. Where is the lie on that? But this is the article, but the article is everything, and it says it's written by Rebecca Big Back English, and it says it was written in December 30th, 2022, and the name of the article is Prince William's best friend Jason Knauf. Best friend. When are you best friends with your employee? I'm just saying. Okay. And it sounds like she knows something, doesn't it? I'm just saying. It sounds like that. And it goes on to say, who helped him bully Harry and Meghan out is made Lieutenant of the Royal Victorian Order. Is that a real story? I believe it is. And if it is, what a nasty piece of work she is. She knows what these people did. And yet and still she'll sit on a panel and do nothing but slag Harry and Meghan off as if they wanted to go, as if they had done something to someone, and when everything has been done to them, and she knows that. What a horrible, horrible person. But we all know that that looks like one of the qualifications you have to work over there at the fair. You have to be a treacherous old troll, a lying piece of you know what. That's one of your job requirements. Because, and also ugly. You got to be ugly, because all them women over there are ugly and tragic. They cannot hold on to a man, and the men that they're trying to hold on to are tragic themselves. It is a mess over there. All of those women look like something a cat puked up, a hairball. That's the way they look. It's a requirement over there. And to lie. And she ticks every box, let me tell you. I'm just saying, this is Disgusting. All right, y'all. And I wanted to put this up in reference to that whole Jason Knauf interview on the 60 Minutes Australia. I went in search of royal news, and as you can see, Harry and Meghan does nothing but dominates royal news. These are the two people that they said was not royal anymore. But when you are searching out royal news, they are dominating all of the articles. You can't even find an article about Camilla, the horse. Like I said, I believe she's retired and hadn't told anybody. And as you can see, even them reporting on Jason Knopf, they put Harry and Meghan in the middle of it so they can get some eyeballs, some kind of clicks and views. When in actuality, it should have been all about William. That is the rub for me. I have said it earlier. That's the rub for me. Him trying to piggyback and ride off of his brother. If you are all that you say you are and all you say you're going to be, why are you piggybacking off of your brother? Why you keep biting off of him? And that is a rub for us squatties. You wouldn't have any problem with us as long as you would keep them out of your mouth, Harry and Meghan. But they can't, because at the end of the day, nobody's interested in them. And they want to use them to try to get some exposure. Because at the end of the day, like I was saying, over here in America, nobody knew anything about that, and nobody cared if they had. Nobody would have cared. I'm just saying. And I'm going to put this up because this is absolutely true. When I saw it, I said, this is everything. This is what I've been seeing on my timeline. This is the feeling that I have felt today. They talked about that whole bullying thing and tried to hype that up, all those rags over there across the pond saying what he didn't say, what he could have said, what he would have said, and on and on and on. But at the end of the day, it just don't hit the same. It is absolutely played out. And this squatty said this, man, I can't believe we have arrived to the day where the bullying story just doesn't hit anymore. And there you are. It doesn't hit anymore. What are they going to do now? Now, I saw where Squatty was saying that the way they tried to play this was that William wanted to move on. Like I said, I haven't saw the interview. I'm not even interested enough to suffer through it. But I'm just going by what some of the squatties are saying. And they are saying that he is absolutely saying, not trying to play up that look what Harry and Meghan did to us or how horrible they are, but that he is ready to move on. Well, I hate to break this to him, but Harry and Meghan did that almost 3 years ago. They've been moved on. But I don't believe them because in this very same interview, they used Harry's name as a cliffhanger question in order to try to get someone interested in what they had to say. That's not moving on. Moving on is standing on your own 2 feet and leaving your brother's name out of your mouth, letting them live and not interfering in their lives anymore. Because Harry and Meghan pay them no attention, never speaks on them, pretend as if that whole island doesn't exist. But yet and still, anything that Harry and Meghan is involved in, they send out the flying monkeys. They send out the flying monkeys and just article after article after article trying to sabotage and destroy these two people's lives. I'm just saying, like I said, the rub for me is keep Harry and Meghan's name out of your mouth, and we will absolutely paint you as invisible. They already have, and the squad will from that point on. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And this particular squatty said this. When they thought With Love Meghan was premiering in January, they planned a week of Kate, William, and Charles working. Now they planned a Knauf interview. And Kate and William are rumored to host an event soon. Meanwhile, Meghan is enjoying life with her children. Where is the lie? And they planned a whole lot more than that. When Meghan absolutely postponed With Love Meghan because of the wildfires, it exposed a lot. It exposed the orchestrated smear campaign that they had intended on perpetrating with her show when her show premiered. Vanity Fair, that hit piece that Katie Nichols was out peddling, and all of those rags echoed. It was so coordinated. They had that plan for her to try to drown out her success. And we're probably going to see some nonsense like that on the 4th. But at the end of the day, good luck with that, because you have been exposed. You have been exposed. And I love it. And also, Harry and Meghan going to Invictus. And Meghan on her Instagram has just exposed all the lies that was in that Vanity Fair article. And I just love it. And it just shows what kind of human being those flying monkeys are. And all those women flying monkeys. That is, oh, you know what I'm saying? How can you do that to another woman? This is your profession, and your goal is to destroy another woman's life. What a low life. That's why I have no qualms in absolutely ripping them apart every chance I get. I just love it. I talk about how they look. I talk about everything. It's nothing off limit for me when it comes to those flying monkeys over there, because I feel like what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And if it's not good for it, I'm making it good for it. Because at the end of the day, they need to stop the nonsense. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, we're going to get into something cute and sweet and happy. I am so tired of William and his boyfriend, allegedly, my belief. But I'm going to put up this. Look at this. Y'all remember this? Oh my goodness. I remember this when Harry and Meghan got married. They did this little reenactment, and I love it. It was a squatty online on my timeline brought this up, and I said, this is too cute. I got to bring it to the podcast. Look. And they said even Mama Doria in attendance. Was that not cute? They had an opportunity and they just fumbled the bag. They did. Look at this. I love this. Everybody got to be included, because in Harry and Meghan's wedding, everybody was included. Look at this. And they made a little dress like Doria's. I cannot, y'all. I can't take it. And look at his little suit. I cannot. I'm telling you. And I got another one. Look at this. Look at that. And they even put like a little beard on the little boy, the little red-haired boy. Oh my God. Oh, how cute. And isn't she such a pretty, pretty little girl? And they made her a little wedding dress looking like Meghan. I love it. The opportunity was there. But William and Charles and his horse and his mannequin fumbled it because of their own jealousy and short-sightedness. They weren't thinking about their people. They were thinking about themselves. And we saw that on full display when it came to Invictus. Charles didn't even make a statement about these men. He is the commander of the armed forces of the United Kingdom, and he said nothing. He was mute because of his feelings about his younger son. How petty, how small. It is just ridiculous. But I love this. I love it. I love it, y'all. I do. I get on a tangent when it comes to Charles and his nonsense and his horse and William and his mannequin. I'll get on a tangent. But I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna put this up because I'm trying to be positive here at the end. Look at this. This says, their loves disturbs the demon of the unloved. Where is the lie? I'm looking. Where is the lie? We see it on full display every day. Meghan showed up out there with her garden hose, and they lost their ever loving minds on these here internet streets. They came completely unglued. And Harry and Meghan and Invictus, they were spinning out of control. It stirs the demons within them. It really does. And I just love it for them. I do. Walk around with that knot in your stomach. I find it very, very entertaining. And like I have said in the past, troll, the rangers, all those flying monkeys, and the ugly old hags, their tears are especially delicious. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. This is the picture. We're gonna put a caption too. I love this picture. Meghan is doing something. She's teaching. And they are so interested in what she's doing. And it's Team UK. I bet Meghan's showing them and saying, listen, if your king and your future king had any sense, I would be right there with you doing things every day. I would be right there. Archie would probably be your classmate. But they fumbled the ball. They fumbled the bag. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Bye.